Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to InsuraGuest Broker Presentation. The reason you're watching this video is because you probably are in the hotel sector, or you have a hotel and resort as a customer, or you're looking to get a hotel resort as a customer, and you're looking to get an edge over the competition. So I'm going to walk you through in this video how InsuraGuest works, why it reduces the risk for your client, how it increases their revenue, and why this is a perfect product in today's environment to help create that safe feeling for guests while at the same time protecting the hotel from claims made by the guests and their occupants on a primary basis. So I'm going to go through and explain to you who we are, how it works, why it benefits the property, why it benefits the guest, why it benefits you as a broker, both with your hotel clients and monetarily, and a bunch more information that'll hopefully help you present to your client. Now, having said that, we're here, InsuraGuest is here to help you present to your hotel and resort clients. So we're here to help you set that meeting up and do the PowerPoint presentation and help you close the deal, so that you're not out there trying to do it by yourself. We're here to help you and help you get that business. Any way, shape, or form, you just let us know, and InsuraGuest will be your partner in the deal. Who is InsuraGuest? Well, InsuraGuest Technology is our parent company. We're a software technology company that's developed an InsurTech platform that delivers digital insurance to multiple sectors. Well, our first product is in the hospitality sector, where we developed a product called InsuraGuest Hospitality Liability Coverages. And how that works is that we've integrated our technology with the property management systems of the hotels, and that allows us to deliver the insurance policy to the guest at the time of check-in. It activates it, and then at the time of checkout, it deactivates it. Now, please understand that the hotel is our customer, not the guest. So this is not an opt-in, opt-out program. This is a program that is mandatory. Once the hotel signs up for us or signs up with us, we blanket cover all their rooms, and then it activates at the time of check-in and deactivates at checkout. But it addresses claims made by the guests and their occupants on a primary basis to cover the hotel for accidents. And those accidents that we cover are accidental in-room property damage, so if somebody knocks over a TV, accidental or mysterious theft in the hotel room, accidental medical on the premise of the hotel, and that includes the parking lot, the gym, the swimming pool, the path to the golf course. It does not include extracurricular activities, so skiing, zip lining, driving a cart, those kind of things. But slip and falls and those accidental medicals it does cover. We also cover accidental death and dismemberment, which we see a lot of. Unfortunately, we see a lot of people leaving their fingers in the doors at some of the hotels because those doors are really heavy. How it works. Okay, this is important. InsuraGuest has formed a risk purchasing group where it has written a specialized product, a specialized policy that combines property and casualty and accident and health. So when the hotel becomes a member of our risk purchasing group, we issue them a certificate, because we're the master policy holder. We issue them a certificate that blanket covers their hotel rooms, and again, activates at check-in and deactivates at check-out. We do that for $4.95 a night, and when we deliver it to the guest at the time of check-in, what we like to see is we like to see a separate line item on the folio that says InsuraGuest Hospitality Liability Coverages for $4.95. The reason we like to see that, instead of bundled into the resort fee or the amenity fee, anything like that, it helps us stand out and create that safety between the hotel and the guest. The guest will say to the front desk person, what is this charge? And the front desk person says, that's insurance that covers you for your stay. And 95% of the time, our feedback has been thank you. So just in case something happens, the guest is covered. We integrate with the property management system. This is where we start to communicate with our API and the property management system. The only information that we pull, though, is that we pull the reservation number, we pull the guest name, we pull their check-in, and we pull their check-out. No more information is traded through that API pipe. Once the guest checks in, if something happens to the guest or their occupants in the room, or it happens to the guest on the premise, like a slip and fall in the lobby, a slip and fall by the pool, an accidental leaving your fingers in the door, an accidental, breaking the TV, or your kid throws a pillow and busts a lamp, and or again, theft or mysterious disappearance. We cover those perils. It's a very easy claim system too. The hotel makes the claim. The guest goes to the hotel because we're covering the hotel. The hotel makes a claim. Each hotel will have a login and password to our back-end dashboard for their own username and password. They can go in there. There's a button in there that says claims. They click on it. They can pick either property and casualty or accident and health. They fill out the form. They hit submit. It automatically sends it to our TPA at Crum & Forrester, and the claims process is activated. So we wrote a specialty product that combines the accident, health, and property and casualty in our risk purchasing group, and it's underwritten by Crum & Forrester. It's a specialty product that nobody else out there has, that covers perils that nobody covers. Some insurance out there, like MedPay, they'll cover the accident part, but nobody covers both sides, property and casualty and accident and health. Simple integration. It typically takes us, once we line up with the hotel and talk to their IT person, we get all the pieces and processes in place. When we're ready to go live, we connect the last piece of the API. We do a blank check-in and check-out with an empty room, and then we see that the data has crossed over, and we're good. It takes between 20 minutes and a half an hour tops, and that's even with some chatting going on. So it's pretty simple. Again, the cost is passed on to the guest on their folio. We have some hotels that bundle it with their resort and amenity fees, but resort and amenity fees are getting such a bad rap today that we just like to have that distinction, that separate line item that tells the guest, your hotel is taking that extra step to help protect them during their stay. And that's a powerful statement. The benefits to the property: enhancing the guest experience while decreasing risk. So when a hotel becomes a member of our risk purchasing group, they provide their customer with a valuable amenity of protection, InsuraGuest protection, which responds to claims made by the guests and their occupants on a primary basis. So what that means is we're going to lower the hotel's risk. We're going to lower the hotel's claim ratio, which what we're seeing today is helping them lower or stabilize their general liability premiums. As a matter of fact, we're seeing brokers go to the carriers and saying, hey, we're going to insert InsuraGuest. We want a discount. And in some instances, we're seeing anywhere from 3 to 10% discount out of the gate, which is huge. It's one of the first times that a hotel has ever been able to implement a product that is actually going to reduce their risk, reduce their claim ratio, and help them control that general liability premium. As we all know, we're in the business. In the last 3 years, we've seen general liability premiums go up 40%. This year alone, we're seeing premiums go up 15 to 40% if the carrier is even writing the business anymore. So take an InsuraGuest to your client and inserting us into the mix gives that hotel the ability to have a gap insurance, to transfer the risk, to lower their risk ratio, to lower their claims ratio. It sticks us in as kind of a shield to the property, which again, we address claims made by the guests and their occupants on a primary basis. So the hotel can also get rid of med pay. They don't have to pay for that anymore because we insert in there. That's going to lower their costs. Now, the coolest piece of this equation that you can take to your hotel is that we also take 10% of the transaction, the $495 a night, and we give it back to the hotel as a customer software acquisition fee. So we're not only reducing their risk, reducing their claim ratios, we're also creating a new revenue stream for them, which that's pretty cool. Why is it beneficial to the guest? Well, accidents unfortunately happen. And when an accident happens to a guest and ruins their vacation, they're usually very upset. Well, they become even more upset if the hotel doesn't handle it right. The hotel has a premium where their deductible is $5,000 or $10,000, and an accident happens to a guest, and that slip and fall, they accidentally sprain their ankle, and it comes out to be a hospital visit, $2,500, and the hotel's looking at going, wait a minute, do I want to pay this out of petty cash? I don't want to make a claim because that's going to increase my risk and my claim ratio. So how am I going to deal with this? And that hesitation usually creates the anxiety for the guest and angers them. When InsuraGuest is in the mix, there's no hesitation. Slip and fall, finger in the door, accidentally break something in the room, theft inside the room. All the hotel says, hey, don't worry, we have InsuraGuest, and let's go ahead and make a claim. So let's go ahead and make a claim on InsuraGuest to get you taken care of, and that de-escalates the situation. And what we've seen is it only de-escalates the situation. The guest is happy they're taken care of. There's no bad Google reviews, and it creates that positive guest experience. Plus, it's a peace of mind for both the client and the guest. If that accident happens, guests feel safe. That's huge. This gets, the cost savings, getting back into the increase in premiums, 40% over the last 3 years. I mean, we're seeing 15 to 40% on renewals this year. That's crazy. So inserting InsuraGuest in the mix, asking for a discount from the carrier, and then in the long run, you're getting the discount from the carrier. You're reducing risk and reducing claim ratios, which means that when it comes back for renewal again in a year, there should not be an increase. You can have the statistical data that we're the ones that have been paying the claims. They're not going to, the GL policy is not going to have a claims ratio because those little nuisance claims are coming to us. Again, transferring the risk and the minor claims that would be med pay or go onto the GL, transfer those to us, and that's going to save your hotel money. Plus, again, 10% of the transaction goes back to the hotel as a new revenue source. Here's the hotel revenue stream. Yeah, let's just go right to the big boys. You got a 600-room hotel. Remember the good old days of 90% occupancy? Those days are coming back. We've got the vaccine coming out, and I look at the future of 2021 and 2022, and people are going to be traveling again. We've been cooped up for way too long, so we want to get out there, and hotels are going to be a great place to stay because hotels are going above and beyond to make sure that that hotel room is sterilized and that guest feels safe. Well, insert InsuraGuest into the mix, they feel even safer, and the revenue stream comes into the hotel. Now, what we're seeing currently is the revenue stream. Hotels are utilizing that revenue stream to further pay down their GL premium, or they're using it for room maintenance, or we even had a hotel last summer that used it to bonus out their front desk because it was so busy, and the front desk gets worked to death, and the hotel just said, hey, here's a little extra to make it worth your time. Here's our coverages. We cover up to $2,500 for personal property. That's, theft. Something happens, your MacBook Pro gets stolen. There is a $500 deductible because we put that in there to prevent fraud. We don't want anybody coming to us and saying, hey, they lost their computer. So that's kind of a pain threshold. If you lost your computer, let's file a police report. The guest pays the $500 and they get the up to $2,500 max per item. We also cover up to $1,000 of accidental in-room property damage with a $250 deductible. This is so Motley Crue doesn't come in and trash the room and not feel responsible for it. That $250 is just enough pain threshold that if something does happen, the guest is happy to pay for it. If you're at the Montage and your daughter throws a pillow and it knocks over a $1,200 lamp, you're happy to pay the $250 to get $1,000 covered of that. The biggest piece that your hotels are going to focus on is the accidental medical expense, the $25,000. Slip in the lobby, slip on a path, slip in the parking lot, slip in the gym, slip in the pool, slip in the bathtub. These things happen, and we all know that these are nuisance claims that happen all the time. So this is a big piece. Get rid of that med pay. The hotel can even increase their deductible above it, so that, of course, we're primary. They're going to hit us first. They can increase their deductible, which will lower their premiums. And again, accidental death and dismemberment for $5,000. These are the property management systems that we cover. We've added more to this, so we actually cover more like 95% of the market. But you can see all the big boys are in there. You've got Hilton, Marriott, Hotel Logix, OnQ, Oracle, which is the Opera. All versions of the Opera system, by the way, just not the one. Omega, you name it, we're there. So, just a recap on how we can reduce your client's premiums. Immediately ask the carrier for a discount when inserting InsuraGuest into the mix. And like I said, we're getting huge success on that, especially during the renewals. If your renewal is going up 15%, which you're lucky, and you insert InsuraGuest and you can get 3 or 5% of that knocked off, that's a win. Remove MedPay, because inserting InsuraGuest is just like having MedPay. Increase your deductible to decrease your premium, because again, if you don't have MedPay and you're inserting InsuraGuest, then you can increase your deductible, and that'll help with the reduction of the premiums. Reduce your client's risk profile, reduce your client's claim ratios, become your client's hero. Now, the reason that you guys are insurance brokers and in this space is because you like to make money. And this is a great sector to be in, and this is a great product for you. So if you're one of the brokers that has signed up with the program, and or your agency has signed you up, then you fall into a commission structure of between 10 and 15%, depending on the kind of volume that you bring to the table. Let's just say you're a great broker and you're bringing 1,200 rooms a month to the table. That's going to put you up into the 15% bracket, and that's going to pay you up to $105,000 a year. Now, there's some really cool pieces to this equation. One is we pay monthly. Two is no chargebacks. And the reason that there's no chargebacks is because it's based on the rooms that have already been stayed in the month before. The third really cool piece of this is that's an annuity. As long as you stay on as broker of record, then that money, once you sign up that hotel, it starts clicking away in the background. That money comes in every month to you, as long as that hotel stays on, as long as you stay on as broker of record. Now, one of the best compliments we ever got was from a hotel manager. I called up and did a customer service call and asked him how InsuraGuest was going. And that manager said, oh, I forgot about that. Best answer we could have ever gotten, because it's just sitting in the background, clicking away, making you money. Solution again. Let's just go over there. So I like to go over this so many times because these are the key points that make this product not only a great product to insert in your hotels, but a simple product. The hotels will get it. Reduce your risk on your general liability. Reduce your risk on your claims to your general liability. Enhance customer experience and create trust and safety. Bring in additional revenue. Reduce your premiums today. Reduce your claim management time and become your client's hero. Broker registration. If you haven't registered, go on the website and you'll see a button there that just says right up at the top, it just says register broker, and it'll walk you through this whole process. Now, if you're attached to one of our agencies, then you have to go through the agency or email us and say, I belong to this agency, and then we'll help you with the broker registration form. Or actually, what we've done in the past is we'll just register you, and then you'll get an email and say you're good to go. And then you can go into that email and check out the back-end system and everything. It's very easy. When you are registered and you are in the system, you're going to get a unique URL that you're going to use to sign up your hotels. And you click on that URL, and it's going to bring you to this landing page, which is going to track you, the broker, and you're going to sign up your hotel through this page. And then, excuse me, on the back end of your dashboard, you're going to be able to see all the transactions that each of your hotel clients is doing. So you can sit there and you can watch all the transactions. You can watch their claims, who's making claims. You can look at if you want to, you can look at your clients and see what's going on, how much money you're making, and how many claims they've made. But it's all tracked through this URL once you sign up. And that's it. Claims made easy. Again, claims at InsuraGuest. You don't need to go through any of this. They just need to fill out the forms and hit submit, and it automatically does it. And once we're in the hotel and once we're locked into the PMS, the system just runs in the background, and it protects your client from claims made by the guests and their occupants. Again, our insurance partner is Crum & Forster. It's a worldwide product, so we're working with all the big boys to distribute it throughout the world. But Crum & Forster is our main underwriter here in the United States. The product is only available currently in the United States, but we will be expanding over the next 6 to 8 months into Europe and into Canada. And that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to just email us or call us. We're here to help you. We're here to help you sell the product to your customers. We're here to help you with your customers get new ones. We're here as your sales associate to help you promote and sell InsuraGuest. So don't hesitate to ask us any questions. I really appreciate your time.